necromancers. Good day to you, partner. I'm Guy, and I can already tell that I'll be your best friend in this forsaken camp.
Hey guys, it's Solo here, aka the Skeleton King. So, I wanted to touch on Rin's mod again because I finally finished Act 2, and I still think it's really cool. And in general, here was kind of my take from Act 1 to Act 2, at least from a Necromancer standpoint. Mages obliterated Act 1, and it made sense that they struggled in Act 2 because Act 2 is basically supposed to be like Nightmare for the game. And if you think about going into Nightmare as a Necromancer, if you don't have your mages maxed, so being level 40, mages are going to struggle mightily in Nightmare. And I was in there at like level 25, I believe, maybe level 26. And just so you know, Renato intends it for you to be level 30 when you start in Act 2. And I didn't feel like he should buff the XP much in Act 1. But I think he went ahead and did that. So hopefully you should be closer to level 30 before you even get to Act 2. And the idea for the mod, is that you don't have to grind. You should be at the correct level when you make it to the next act. But I would kind of think it might be kind of cool if you had to grind like a tiny bit. And again, by grind, it would mean like one more run through Catacombs. Because one of the coolest things about it is that Griswold is how you get runes early on. And I think it'd be cool if you had to do that. And just so you know, the side areas are not changed, so those are still high-level areas, so do not go into them early. And yeah, so there's double. What was one of the other big changes? There's double drops to uniques and set items. Double MF chances. Was that in the next one? Yeah, there you go. Double the chance. And so basically, you should get items a little quicker, which is kind of cool. But one of the things I thought was really cool was that he added in gym words. And I wanted to show you those gem words right now. And by the way, he also removed chipped, flawed, and flawless, although perfect are still for used in recipes. But he has to kind of, I think, change how the gems work because like bosses will still drop perfect gems or uniques and rares. And like maybe that's intended to where you don't necessarily get enough perfect gems. But as of right now, there's like no way to actually get a perfect gem that I know of. But it is kind of cool because I think like there's no point to have chipped and flawed gems. Like they should have been removed like by Blizzard 5 years after the game was released, if not when Lords of Destruction was released. So going into the game, this was the character. Sorry, it's just really, really loud for me. So I'm just going to turn that down quite a bit. Oh, that's too low. I like how if you put it on just a tiny bit, it's still super loud. Game is ridiculous. And then let me do this. Turn that up a little bit. Yeah, that should be better. Okay. So this was the level I was when I beat excuse me, Act 2. And by the way, Act 3 is not ready yet. I think it's set to be like level 60 right now, but I think he wants it to be way closer to 50, if not lower. I'm not sure what level he intends it to be, and if you're wondering how I beat Act 2 so quickly, because I said it was a struggle, right? Basically, once I got to revives, revives just changed the game. And I actually ended up respecking. I ended up respecking to get 8 mages, having 1 point into revive at every single level, and also making sure I had lower resist as well. And basically, even 1 point revives actually started to kill things. And there is one issue as well with the mod right now. It's that clay golems, or all of the golem tree, are designed based on difficulty. And since you're always playing in hell, basically golems would trivialize Act 1 and Act 2. And, you know, even since they're actually pretty good in hell, naked, yeah, so don't use them. Unfortunately, you have to put 1 point in it to get Blood Warp, but, like, you shouldn't even use one clay golem until, like, at the earliest Act 2, but even, like, a 1 point clay golem, golem mastery in Act 2 felt like it was a little cheesy. Like, it's not as bad as it is in Act 1, but it still felt like it was too much value, you know, for, like, 1 skill point, which was kind of annoying. And I didn't even use the Act 3 Mercenary yet. I just stuck with Act 1 Vigor. He buffed Mercs a lot so they don't die as quick. And, you know, that's kind of it. You know, my gear really wasn't that good. I should have shopped for a better wand. I thought about shopping for a Revive wand, but I never did. This shield was actually pretty sick. And as you can see, I put a perfect gem in it. They don't do anything. They're just used for crafting. but the normal gems give all res 19, which is pretty nice. And then, yeah, like absolute crap, except my awesome Nigel ring, right? That's pretty sick. And then I don't even think I use this crap. Okay. So anyways, let's check out these rune words. Anyways, we got 63 fire damage. Ruby. Oh! Minus 10 fire resistance. That's sick. And by the way, of course you would be using this on your Necromancer. Melee Necromancers are really underrated. 10% better chance of getting magic items. That's really cool. So I don't know if you noticed. Oh, you also get 15 ED with that one? Oh, you always get 15 ED? Oh, no, they were just superior ones. I was going to say, that would actually be insane. So let's check out this one. So all of them are basically based on character level, damage with character level, right? Except for the skulls and the diamonds, which are just damage to undead, and then, of course, life stolen and mana stolen. So let's see, where's my 3-socket flail? So I kind of want to see what this one does with 3. Oh, shit. Can you guys see it? It's like not good on my screen. That's actually kind of insane. So, you know how I said that I felt like Necromancers kind of trivialize Act 1 with mages? Before mages, it was pretty hard. Like, warriors are good enough, don't get me wrong, but you actually have to put points in them. But once you get mages, they're really good in normal, without many points. Wow. I think this was his ideal with gems, is that melee characters might struggle, because it basically ramps up from level 1 to, like, level 25 zone by the end of Act 1. And so you might not keep getting the kind of weapons you need to succeed as a melee character. And so that's what these gems are basically for. And like this rune word is literally disgusting. Like you could just put this on any single melee character in the game and you would destroy. And if anybody wants to see me play a melee character, maybe I'll go ahead and do that, because that actually makes me want to try to check out a melee character. That's kind of nutty, to be honest. Like, both of these are really good. Also, you really need to put rune gems on your mercenary gear to help them survive, because they are still pretty squishy, even with the buff to make them a little stronger. That's a lot of poison damage, man. And remember, this is all based on character level, so this scales with you the entire time, which I think is pretty cool. All right, that's all I wanted to show you guys for now. Still looking out, guys. GG.
Play with us, Daddy. Forever